Take it, no food. Hey, what's up? This is your girl Diamond. I am the executive director of Black Trans Women's Inc. I'm also the host of Marsha Speaks podcast. Yes, we are going to talk about Obama. We're going to talk about Obama. We're going to talk about friends with benefits. We are going to talk about, I have a list. Let me see. And we're going to talk about this ruling in the UK that says that the doctors can't treat UK kids, trans kids. So, hey Brandon, hey Darnell, how are y'all? I'm bored, so I'm getting one. And I look cute. Oh. Hey. Hey Steven, how are you? Hey Mr. Niles. Thank you. I am eating some pistachios. I love them. This is my favorite nut. Hey Justin, I have a question. How do you get shirts that fit you like that? That fit you like that? But this isn't a shirt. This is a dress. Let me stand up. So it is a wraparound, a little country. You know, I'm a country girl at heart. So it's a dress. And what's the lady? Diane von Furstenberg, is that how you say her name? You know, she made the iconic wrap dress where there's a little hole on the side, and this string goes in the inside. There's a hole right here, and it comes out of here, and then this one goes around here, and then you tie it here, so it can adjust to wherever you want it to go. Like it could be open a little bit further or whatever. So it's, you see what I'm saying? So you can adjust it to where you want it. Like I could have closed it even more to where it's like that. But you know, I like my boobs out. So you find, and then you put on a bra, and then it sits up, you know. But there's also like shirts. There's shirts that do it, but you just gotta find them. Try them on and see what they give. Right, hey. A little blush, a little lip or something, a little neutral lip. Okay, I didn't think of it as a creepy question. Hey CL, hey Camille, hey Poca. Mother Pocahontas. Thank you, lovable. Hey Callie. Yes, earrings are my thing. I don't wear rings. I don't wear rings, and I don't wear a lot of necklaces either. Sometimes, but not too much. Earrings are my thing. Earrings are my thing. I love earrings. They're my favorite. Like if you ever want to give me a gift, earrings other than money. Earrings are my favorite thing. Earrings and dresses. That's my thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's talk about what's currently happening with Obama. So Obama said that if we need to get anything done, we need to watch what we say, honey. Particularly talking about, he did an interview on Snapchat. Who does Snapchat interviews anyway? But oh well, that's not my business. Interview with somebody on Snapchat or something like that. And he was talking about the slogan of defund the police and how that was polarizing and almost made us lose the election because defund the police, everybody is not going to get on board. And we need to say something better than defund the police to make people. We can sit over here with the people that agree with us, but if we're trying to get people to come over to our side, you can't say things like defund the police, right? That's what he said. It's a cute little snappy slogan, but it's not going to get people on your side. Let me tell you something. You know, I respect Obama for his. Obama is an elitist. Obama is a moderate. Obama is a middle of the road type nigga. You feel what I'm saying? He's the middle of the road. He ain't real, you know, he ain't real leftist. The best thing for me about a Obama presidency is that he did really good when it came to trans folks. I do appreciate that. Not necessarily. He did some reform things to the prison to undo some of the problems with him and Biden together during their tenure. Did some things to amend, fixed, not totally, but amend some of the problems that were going on with the '94 crime bill. But one of the main things that I enjoy about an Obama presidency was just the morale of having a black man basically the king of the world, the king of one of the world powers. And having children see that, black children, see that that is possible, because I come up in a time where we didn't think that that was possible. That was impossible. You know, but there are people who were born in, let's say, 2003 or anything after 2000, really, that came into cognition of the world and maybe politics and that for 8 years, the president was black. And so that does something morally to your morale, not morally, to your morale of thinking what the possibilities could be, because you actually see that this is a possibility. As rare as that may have, however that may have occurred, that the morale of seeing, oh my God, this is a possibility. If that is possible, anything else on the lower level that I may imagine to do as a Black person. Though this is a huge feat, it is possible. And I think that psychologically, as a community, that power is important. I think that morale boost is important. But back to the main point. I say all that to say this. I don't think Obama did enough. I think he was too busy catering to the right. I think that not catering to, that's too strong. He was too busy compromising. And that's what moderates do. They compromise just to get things done. But at the end of the day, they don't get much done compromising. And the Republicans and the right wing, when they have the power, they scarf. They take it all. It doesn't matter if it's politically correct. Whatever chance they get to scarf power, whatever I can do, whether it's politically correct or not, I'm going to scarf whatever I can get. Let me put the too young and inexperienced Amy Coney Barrett on the Supreme Court right now because they can't stop us. Democrats, particularly moderates, don't have that type of aggression, even when it's in their favor. Oh, I don't want to do anything aggressive because then we will lose the vote of some of those independents. Then we will lose the vote of some of those people on the right. Ooh, you got to get people to come over to your side. You got to get people to you got to say the right things to get them to agree with you to get stuff done. Sweetie, if semantics of the little slogan of defund the police is the point of tension to where they don't want to agree with police not killing Black people or over filling our prisons with Black bodies. If that little slogan or that little word is the thing that stops them from coming to our side, then they weren't that invested in Black lives anyway. I'm willing to I'm willing to bet they weren't that invested because it doesn't matter what you say, they're going to have a problem with our slogans, period. They had a problem with Black Lives Matter, right? I mean, all lives matter. Why not all lives? The problem why this slogan was started is because there's a disproportion and imbalance in how we get justice in Black lives. That's what it was about. So it wasn't an all lives matter thing, but I had a problem with that. It doesn't matter what we say, Mr. Ex-President. It doesn't matter what we say. They're gonna if they don't want to fuck with us, they're not gonna fuck with us. So making it, to me, I feel like it's kind of because defunding the police was a compromise. The issue was we want to abolish the police. That's what we want. But defunding means move the money to a better place in fixing the problems that we have. Right? That's what it was about. Defunding. Because giving them more money isn't reducing crime. That's factual. The motherfucking test, the results have come back, and baby, it has determined, the lie detector determines that that's a lie. Giving them more money, don't do that. Don't slow down crime. So, because they usually are there to react to the crime already happening and killing people. Right? Obama know that he is a conservative in Democratic clothing. I actually don't think he's a conservative. I think he's a moderate. I don't think he's a conservative. I think he's a moderate. I think he's a I definitely think he is a Democrat on the left, but I just don't think that he. I think they're weak. I think moderate Democrats like Biden, Obama, Kamala. I just don't think. I don't think they're aggressive enough. Yes. All right. So we will so. I have to. So the amazing lawyer extraordinaire Chase Strangio, he just talked about. We're gonna read. He talked about it recently. Um, Chase Strangio is the one of the lawyers that was in the litigation to get trans people workforce um, protection and workforce discrimination. That ruling that the Supreme Court judges ruled on in June. Title is it Title 7 or Title 8 or Title something, where it was workforce discrimination that protects us, and we won. We got it, and he was one of the lead lawyers in that case. So he was talking recently about earlier this morning, um, and he says, I need people to understand how terrifying and sad and scary what is happening in the UK is for transgender people, for trans youth, or trans young folks around the world. He says, yesterday, a court in the UK ruled that the trans youth under 16 and possibly all trans minors likely cannot consent to gender affirming care, even when they are one, they're requesting the care, two, they have the support of their family and guardians, and three, the doctor deemed it necessary. So even if they have all of those things, the doctor on their side, the parents on their side, and they want it, the court has ruled that it's possible that they cannot get the services. Though the decision, of course, will be appealed. As a result of the court ruling, puberty suppression care that the younger people have been receiving and care that they have been waiting for potentially for years have begun to be cut and appointments canceled. This care is deemed medically necessary, safe, and effective by every major medical association, but has been the target of a massive attack of misinformation from people with large platforms in the UK and in the US. And now the result is that the youth are losing their lifeline. You know how important these changes are for trans people. In the US, we can expect this to further motivate state lawmakers who are already proposing criminal bans on healthcare for trans people. In the UK, we are expecting some wealthy families to find care elsewhere. If you got the money, you're gonna go and get the health care your child needs because you can afford to do that. But the other people who can't afford it, the consequences can be dire. He continues and says, beyond the rhetoric, beyond the rhetoric of the trans crazy people, the trans craze or irreversible damage of 1,000 young people who found a home in their body, who've had chances to live and imagine adulthood, but who have been given breath after years of panic and pain. This suppression of care has been used for decades to treat. This puberty suppression has been used for decades to treat all the things that deal with trans folks. They are literally attempting to weaponize our happiness, our hopefulness, our love for our bodies. This is a dangerous attack on trans survival, and it's spreading. There is a, they suggest following mermaids underscore gender for ongoing updates about what's happening in the US, in the UK. So I wanted to talk about that. I think that this is an important conversation. Hey, Seattle girl. Understand that I need to definitely that should go. um, um, does it state what? Not what I'm looking at. It doesn't state it. So this is the thing about it. This is why it's important for us to support each other when it comes to, this is a, to me, this is a situation where the government is overstepping their boundaries when it comes to the agency of our bodies. And this is why it's important, even though I can't have no babies, I don't want to. Why it's important for me to be in support of cisgender women when it comes to abortion rights. Because all these things are about having agency over your body and what you want to do with your body. This is literally them trying to regulate what parents can do with their children that is safe and healthy, that is deemed to be safe. What trans children, with the permission of their parents, want for themselves, and what doctors who are following their fields lead want to do. And I think this is the government overstepping their boundaries. And I think that we all should have a dog in the fight when it comes to agency over our own bodies. I should be able to do what I want when it comes to my body. And if I'm a minor, if my parents are giving me permission and it's safe for me and I want this to be done, and I've done all the precautionary things when it comes to like going to therapists and all the things that they require you to do anyway. All the things that the system already required you to do. You gotta go to a therapist. You gotta get diagnosed with gender dysphoria disorder and blah 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 blah. If I've done all of those things and my parent has given me permission, then let me transition. Don't try to bring your big Bigfoot ass government self into my business. Ma'am, you in my business. Don't do that. So for me, I just think that this is why we all should be supporting each other when it comes to these different fights that we may not think are about us, and they may not directly be about us. But if they come after the agency of a cisgender woman's body when it comes to her health care around reproductive justice, they definitely going to come after the trans woman's or trans man's, trans people or non-binary folks. They're definitely going to come after them as well when it comes to the agency about our body. So this is one of those things, those gray areas where cisgender folks, particularly women, and transgender folks have invested. We have skin in this game. We should be invested in fighting on both these situations. Because this is the bottom line of this situation is this is a battle against the agency of us to make decisions about our body. Does that make sense? And to me, That's the strategy to me when we talk about Obama and making compromises and getting people on our side. That's the strategy. It's not changing the language. It's showing people who are not in your lane why this is important to them, why this affects them, why this is about them too. That's how you convince people, that's not necessarily on your side, why this is an important issue for them. How does this issue hurt them as well? Or how could this issue potentially hurt them as well? That's how you get allies. You see where the common ground is. It's not about, oh, I have a defund the police, defund the police. I don't like how that sounds. Well, let me tell you how this makes sense for you too. Let me tell you how this, affects you as well. That's the connection you got to make. That's the strategy. It's not just coming up with, oh, I just want to say this differently so more people can come over to my side. It's not like that. It is show people how this affects their life as well. It's all about precedence. Once you get precedence, the floodgates can burst open, right? And just all kind of stuff can just come through and might make life harder. And when we talk about making that life harder, it is the people who are on the margins. It is the people who are the most disenfranchised. It's the people who are, poor. The people who don't have the windfall, the protection that it most affects. I did an interview with Kachenga, Black trans woman from the UK, and it's just amazing how some of the same shit that we're dealing with, they deal with as well. A little bit different, but very similar. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at white women grew their support for Trump. How can we convince the ones that this is not a good look, girl? This is not a good look. I mean, you are looking like a yummy snack. Thank you. Without rallying it, leave us to try and fight our battles individually, right? Because individually, I'm not saying that you can't win all of them, because we have seen examples of individuals really fighting and winning their battles, sometimes alone. Dee Farmer, the Black trans woman who was raped in prison in '89 and fought her case to the Supreme Court. Dee Farmer, look her up if you haven't. I talked about her if you listen to the podcast. And her case, her one little case, led to the Prison Rape Elimination Act. It led to, thank you, Brandon. It led to the Violence Against Women's Act. It led to that little case that Dee Farmer did really, really get into the Supreme Court by herself. Led to so many snowball of protections. And that was one little individual. But think if we had multiple people coming across her. Look at Roe versus Wade. That one little case. the damage of Dred Scott, Brown versus the Board of Education. These one little cases, like you don't, it starts somewhere. But if you have a whole movement, it's just way more powerful. And a robust movement, not just one demographic, but multiple demographics. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to talk about that. All right, so now I also wanted to talk about. So y'all know I'm single. Single in regards to dating folks. Technically no, but single nonetheless. Um, and so me and this dude had this conversation. I posted it on my Twitter. And he basically hit me up saying, do I want to be friends with benefits, right? So I asked him, what's the benefit? Like, it depends on the benefit. Like, if you offering me friends with benefits, what's the benefit? And so, of course, to men, somehow penis and pleasure is a benefit, is the only benefit in their situations with friends with benefits. My situations, my definition, I want to know what y'all definition of friends with benefits is. A thumbs up while y'all think about it. Make sure y'all thumbs up. Because it definitely ain't no dick or no pleasure. Friends with benefits for me means that it means some type of coins. It means that you paying some bills, you taking me on trips to places I've never been, you buying me things that I don't have access to because you got more money than I do. You making my life better. You are solving some problems. You are making it easier. Those are the benefits that I'm looking for. If your benefit is just a nut, your benefit is just some penis, that's not a benefit for me. Like penis and pleasure are on tap. Like they are flowing and accessible like tap water, lukewarm tap water. Some motherfuckers out here don't got hot water coming from the tap. But everybody got some kind of lukewarm water. So it's accessible like that. Dick and pleasure, that comes freely. For me, that's not a friends with benefits situation. The benefits is the dick? Nigga, fuck out of here. I'd rather have the other extra benefits. I think the original meaning is just sex, which is stupid. Yeah, I ain't never. I don't know when it originated, but I've understood friends with benefits. When my mother talked about it, when she would have sugar daddies, friends with benefits always equal money. It never equal sex. Like I'm learning as I get older to dudes that it does. But any women that I know, any queer folks that I know, it's always about money. It's always about money. My coin trade is coming over, baby. You got to go find you something to do. Go find you something to do while I entertain my friend with benefits. The benefits is coming through. Oh, I'm going on the. I'm going to the Bahamas. Oh, who you going with? Oh, my little friend. I was like, you dating? Is it somebody you dating? Oh, it's nothing serious. It's just a friend with benefits. Okay. It means that they're going on a trip with somebody that's paying for it. Of course, sex is involved because that's the arrangement. That's the arrangement. The arrangement is, we hook up and you give me a coin. Right, Ezekiel. I'm doing a recording, like a medley recording, and a part of the recording, the medley of songs is Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way in the middle of the air. And so your name, I hope you got it from that song. Your name is reminding me of that song. Ezekiel saw the wheel. The wheel, 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 the wheel, 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 the wheel, wheel, wheel. Ezekiel saw the wheel way in the middle of the air. But yes, a wet ass and a dry purse don't match. Yeah, I never met anybody that's what the friends with benefits is. And once I said that, he got a little attitude. I'm like, nigga, oh, you could have just said no. No, I needed you to understand. I needed you to explain what the benefits were. One of my grandmother's many commandments. Not my grandmother's. My grandmother was a respectable ass house nigga woman. She didn't have nothing like that. It was my mom and my great grandmother and my great aunt. This is my great aunt. I don't know if y'all noticed I added this picture. My aunt Roz, looking sexy with her fur and her legs out. She was a madam. She owned like mansions and monkeys, and she owned massage parlors. Just a high price prostitute back in the 70s in Indianapolis. Had white friends with benefits paying her bills. And she always told me exactly what you just said, honey. Your pocketbook should be filled. If your pocketbook is filled with dick, it should be filled with some money too. If your pussy is filled with dick, your pocketbook should be filled with money. The more dick, the more money. Yes, that's her. Yes, she had a house in Australia. Yes, God. And she always said that. She was like, there's no way. If you are broke, and it's, now and this doesn't say that if you are a person and you're looking for love and you don't need any money, because I still want some coins even though I don't need it. But say that you don't require, you want love and affection, and dick is fine for you. It's actually okay for you to be that. It's okay to have, yes, Tamara, it's okay to have casual sex. It's okay to have fun. But I want you to understand that for me, if you sliding in my inbox trying to hook up and it just be about sex, then for me, I'm gonna need you to what T.S. Madison do? I need my shillings. Just a token, really a trifle. Baby. Trying to think of, I have a homeboy named Ken. I've been dealing with him. I call him my homeboy now, but he's because we've been fucking with each other for so long. I've been dealing with him since like '07. And it started off as a client when I was full-time escorting. And it started off as a client. But I consider him like my friend now, even though it's still about coins. But he one of them motherfuckers that you ain't watching the clock with. Like, oh shit, when is this nigga hour up? He one of the people that you don't do that with. He just cool as hell. He's just older cat. He's like, he's like 10 years older than me. Yeah, maybe like 15. I'm like 15, maybe 15. But honey, he comes with his coins. And what made me start like thinking of him as a friend, he's just started doing things that were beneficial outside of us hooking up. Now, of course, when we first started, it was you come over, hand me my coins, we hook up, go home. The typical client shit, right? But he started doing things like when my birthday would come up, he would come over to the crib, not on no hookup shit, just drop me a little coin off for my birthday. No hooking up involved at all. Just, hey, enjoy your birthday. I remember I was going to Jamaica like back in 2012, and I had told him that I wasn't, and he tried to set an appointment with me. And I was like, I'm not going to be in town. I'm going to Jamaica for a week. And he was like, oh, well, I'm about to come through. So he came through and dropped me off $400 to enjoy myself for my birthday. I remember I was trying to get some furniture from this place, and I didn't have a truck to get the furniture. And I was like, damn. And I didn't know anybody at the time. I didn't know anybody in Houston when I lived here. Shit, now I barely still know motherfuckers in Houston. Most of my friends are not from Houston, but I didn't have nobody with a truck. And baby, I had told him about it. He had came to see me, and I had told him about it. Baby, the next day he came with two of his nephews in his big ass pickup truck, and they went and picked up my furniture. went and got my brand new living room set, my bed set, brought it into my house, brought my bed into my bedroom, set it up, and honey went on about their business. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so. And so because my love language is acts of service, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, that is so sweet. You really love me. And he just would do so many things. Another perfect example. So I officially stopped escorting in the sense of advertising, putting an ad up, traveling to go see what kind of coin I can flip in the city, actually advertising to be an escort. I stopped doing that in 2009. So in 2009, I took all my ads down. I've always worked, even when I was full-time escort, I worked. But I took my ads down because I was like, okay, I'm not escorting no more. I'm about to do something else. So I remember it got to the point where I was only seeing my regular people because I'm like, if a motherfucker got my coin and honey, I'm gonna take the coin. But I will only see niggas who I like to see. Like niggas who, I just fucked with them. Like I liked them as a person and I liked the way our sexual energy was. So it almost wasn't, they was paying me, but it's almost like it wasn't work. It was like, ooh, this is fun with a coin. And so, after all that shit had happened and he had done them sweet things and the nice stuff, I remember I was working at Bath and Body Works at the time. And if you are ever been in like management and retail, you get bonuses. Oh, I don't know if every store like this, but in Bath and Body Works, you get monthly bonuses based on your percentage of your sales plan. So if you are meant to get 100K in sales for that month, then if you get 5%, you'll get a certain amount, like you'll get $1,000 extra on your check. If you get 10%, you'll get 2,500 extra on your check. So depending on where you hit in the threshold, if you hit the 100K, you get 2% of whatever is over the 100K. So anyway, this particular month, if I would have gotten $300 extra, like for me to get to the amount of money that I needed above my sales plan to make the 10%, I needed $300. And it was the last day to make it. It was a deadline. So I'm actually on my PTO in New York doing something. It had to be like either January or March. Anyway, it was something. And I needed $300. So I had called my friends and I'm asking all my friends, hey, yo, go to my store and spend $300 and I'll just give you the money when I get back in town. Neither one of my best friends had no money. Neither one of them had no money. And I was so pissed off. Neither one of them had no money. And I'm like, y'all can't, I get back home like in 2 days. And so I called my client, Ken. I called him and told him what's happening. I was like, nigga, I need you to go spend $300 in my store because if you spend $300, I get $2,500. I need you to go spend. I'll keep my store closes at 10. I'll have them keep it open so we can make our bonus. And so he was like, oh shit, I'm all the way in Galveston. Do you know this nigga drove an hour from Galveston to go to my store and spend $300 so I can make that money? So sweet. So sweet. Drove all the way. It took him an hour. They had to leave the store open to like 11:20. And long as it didn't get past 12, it still counted. And so he came and spent $300 and I made 200K. Not two. Is that yeah, 200K. 25. Is that right? Not K. 2.5K. Yes. So yes, it was so cute. And I didn't even have to pay him back for that $320. He just charged it to the game. It was so cute. And so he just does stuff like that. That's what I like my friends with benefits like that. That is what I like. He just does shit that benefits me. And so now, I'm about to get this house for about to try to open up this house for trans folks to like homeless shit. And he's a contractor. He's like a construction worker contractor. He refurbishes houses. And he gonna refurbish my motherfucking house for the girls. He gonna do my house thing too. So he's these are the benefits that I want when it comes to a friend with benefits situation. I don't want it to be nothing that just some dick. I can get some dick. I can get in my apartment, stand outside in a cute little dress, and have one of these sexy boys in my apartment. If I wanted some dick. That ain't no benefit. It sounds like he really cares for your well-being. Time to marry him. Sweetie, he is already married. I told you he was a client. Don't get caught up in fantasies. He is already married. He is a friend with benefits. We gonna keep him in that box. Ain't no. Yes, he does care about me, but he ain't. He already married. Ain't no potential to marry. No. Mm-mm. But it's definitely beneficial. He's the most beneficial. I have another one that's he won't do as much stuff as Ken, but he does little stuff like if we talking and I'm like, oh, I feel depressed. He'll cash at me like $200 to go get me a room to get out to get away. He'll say, here $200 so you can go get a room to get away and take a break from life and rest and do something for yourself. He'll do stuff like that. I gotta. It's like, is he handsome? Ken looks like. Ken looks like. Let me think of what does Ken look like. How do I describe Ken? Ken looks like. Yes, he's handsome. He's older though. He like got salt and pepper hair. I'm trying to think of who he looks like that I could compare him to. Um, I don't know. Shit, Ken looks like. There's nobody he really looks like. He's not ugly at all. He's like, shit, I don't know. Um, no, hell no. Mm-mm. Not Bismarck. Ugh, Bismarck is ugly. Um, do y'all watch? Ken looks like y'all on Friday. I don't know what Friday it is, but he's the one that will come into Day Day's record shop. Is his name Pinky? He's like the dark skinned dude. I don't know. Is that the Friday? Is that, I think it's Friday too. Is that his name? Clifton Powell? Let me look up that Clifton Powell. Yes, he looks like Clifton Powell. That's who he looks like. Yes. Yes, Clifton Powell. That's who Ken looks like. Ken looks like Clifton Powell. Except he has like salt and pepper hair. He has and it's like a Caesar, it's like waves. But yeah, that chocolatey, it's like a chocolatey older cat. Body still nice. He's skinny. He slim, big old dude. Just a attractive chocolate older guy. Now, my younger one, he's like a year younger than me. The one that I said does little. He doesn't do as much as Ken, but um, Jason, he looks like the bad stepdad from the Woman That I Loose movie. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember that movie. Is that a Tyler Perry special? I don't really watch Tyler Perry movies like that and pay attention to him. He looks more like Like a short Suge Knight. Jason looks more like a short Suge Knight. You know, Suge is big. He a big nigga. Jason ain't a big nigga. He's like he's my size in like we both like 5'11", and he's regular size, not skinny, not fat, just regular. Um, Big dude. Oh, our energy, our sexual energy is super compatible. Both of them. So yeah, that's what like a Suge Knight. That's what I would give him. He's like a Suge Knight. They a real average ass nigga. They ain't. I love that for you. I miss my friends with benefits. Yeah, they cool. I like it. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Um, so, any one of y'all have friends with benefits? Or a history of them, or a history of friends with benefits? What's the tea with that? I may have missed the update about. Have you heard an update about the girl that was killed last week? No update about who caught her, but her services are. So I can find my phone. My phone must be somewhere. But hold on. Let's see. Alrighty. So her Asia Foster, the one I got that passed last week, her celebration of life is on Saturday. 2515 Wall Drive, WAUGH. The viewing is at 10 to 12. The services start at 12:15. Seated is limited due to COVID restrictions. Flowers can be sent to the community funeral home on 4630 Perry Street, Houston, Texas. Yes, that is the update to her being killed. Well, her service is not being killed. We haven't found any, they haven't talked about any leads. Hmm. I had a decent day until he started telling my business. That's why I enjoy my out privilege with DL guys. They ain't saying shit. That's true. I had a decent day. Da, 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 da. I don't really do friends with benefits. Niggas don't know how to be friends, but at any rate, I'm way too much of a romantic to keep a fair distance from those kind of entanglements. Bill Clinton had 15 friends with benefits. Tiger Woods had even more. before his wife beat the brakes off of him. That's next Friday. Yes, it did. You're welcome. Definitely some benefits include free weed, liquor, rides, dinner, clothes. Some were old and gross, and I got lucky with the chemistry between us. Yeah, I'm not fucking with nobody old and gross. And gross. You can be old, I ain't tripping, but if you old and gross, no, not at this point in my life. Back in the day, if you had the coins, let's play. But now, I've gotten a little bit more security. So, child, because of my job, that's usually all I can deal with. It's great to have friends in different area codes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is what I miss about traveling. Um, when I was like working, you get to meet people in other areas and have different friends in different places. Um, I still have that with the travel for my work now, but it's different because usually when I'm traveling for work now, I'm usually not just sitting in the hotel. I'm usually kind of really working, so it's hard to make time for them in the same way that I used to. Yeah, I think Suge Knight is handsome. Yeah, I'm about to make it more redder. I need it to be like red, like not red, like an orangey red, like a more brighter orangey than this. I'm gonna have to dye like lift it, lift it up, and then put the red rinse on it. Because this is still kind of like a dark red brown. I want it to be. Let's see if I find a color. Let's find a picture. I think I got a picture. Like a ginger red. Yes, a little bit more. Well, I guess yeah, like a ginger red. Yeah, a little bit deeper than like your like deeper than Prince Harry. Let me see if I can find a picture of what I'm going for. Do, do, do. I thought I saved it. I guess I didn't save the picture. Diamond, I have a question more from the beginning of this video. Sorry to derail. You okay? We going back and forth. What's the question? You think the further we get away from the white male Christian presidential candidate, the more volatile our elections will be? Previously, we only chose white men, so either way, the status quo was held. I think that they're going to politically we're going to get more and more divisive. I started seeing that a while ago. Even conversations that I was having with my friends. I'm always with my friends. I'm always a little bit more progressive than they are. Usually, we are around the same, but I'm a little bit more leftist, but they usually come around. They usually come around, and but even with my friends, I can tell when something is happening because even conversations, you start having more polarizing conversations with even within your friends. That's how you can tell. For me, that's how I can tell when the culture is moving. Because even with your friends, it's shaking up. Y'all see this here? It's like red. Oh, I had a friend with benefits, but he actually a butch queen that likes trans girls. He do little things that I don't ask for, but in general conversation, he takes mental notes of my needs and what he can help out with. Oh, I love people like that, CL. I love that. Yeah, I like that picture of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, at the time, no. It just was. I don't know. It didn't have any blonde streaks, but I actually like that. When it's straight, the blonde highlights look sickening when it's straight, but when it's natural, it don't look right. I just like it to be one flat color when it's natural. I love that too. Does it have some da 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 da? That's how I am. When I talk to people, I listen to the thing they may be passionate about or need, and if I can get it for them, it makes it happen. I'll do it. I don't. This might be a flaw of mine, but I don't do that for men. I do that for friends. So, like, if my friends say they need something, I think I listen to my friends when it comes to their needs. I can't really say that I do that with casual hookup with men. I don't. Now, if it's my man and we living together, da da da, then yes. But just men that I'm hooking up with, I'm not worried about their needs. And that might be selfish, but we just hooking up. I give that kind of care to friends. I don't really do that with dudes. Um, does dating a known butch queen create a certain insecurity? I can see how some girls that it would not. I'm old fashioned, so dating a butch queen gives me insecurity. I feel like a butch queen like men, and so what you liking me for if you like men? It gives me for me it's and that may be old school, but I'm an old school girl. I'm an old school binary girl from a different era, so I don't think of it. A butch queen is the butch queen. He likes women. I'm not a. He likes men. I'm not a man. So I'm gonna always think that he is going to be. He's gonna cheat on me with a man because he likes men. So I'm never gonna. I can't say that I won't hook up with one. Like if he fine and we just hooking up and the opportunity pops up, sure, I'll enjoy him. We can enjoy the session. But as far as a relationship, yeah, I'm gonna always be insecure about that. Now, as I get older, maybe will that change? Will that adjust? Maybe, you know, maybe, you know, maybe. But yeah, it just and that could be an insecurity that I work out. But I just feel like you know, I would rather him, especially if he self-identifies as gay. Now, if he self-identifies as bi, and I see that he dates women and men, and he kind of oscillates, then sure. Because then I can see, oh, I can feel that. You know, I can see how you could like me. But if you self-identify with just being gay and all I see you dating is dudes, I'm gonna be like, child, he got to think of me as a dude. Do you think it makes them a gay man in your eyes, just subconsciously? For liking me? No. Mm-mm. It's about how you identify. If you self-label yourself as a gay man and you trying to holler at me, I'm gonna feel some kind of way. There's a lot of cis women who date men that like men and they have no clue. Is that sort of the same? Explain that question again, Tamara. There's a lot of cis women who date men that like men, yes, and they have no clue. Oh, they don't have no clue that they like men? That the men they like men? I don't know if that's the same. Empress Diamond, hello, and the little subject, hey peeps. Hey sweetie, hey y'all. For liking a bitch queen, not you. If you're a man and you like men, I think you're gay. Exclusively. Yeah. Child, I'm not supposed to be eating. Let me eat these last two pistachios. I'm not supposed to eat after 8 o'clock. I'm doing intermittent fasting, and it's working. Androsexual. You know what's funny, Tracy? I was looking in the mirror. It's gonna crack you up, girl. I was looking in the mirror the other day, and I said, "Ooh, my body is starting to look like Tracy's." Because you know we went to the same people, and you know I'm coming to the age that you were when you know we almost 10 years apart, and I'm like, oh, I'm having the same stuff happen. Dating between that you know likes men is sort of like same thing in reverse. No, um, I think them not knowing or accepting that he's gay is different. I would be dating if I was dating a butch queen. I would know. I hope I would know. Because there would be no reason to keep it a secret from me. Like, what if the butch queen just liked you? Isn't sexuality? Yes, yes, Tamara. I think it is. I think it is. I think that them. It's a potential that they could just like you. I don't think that it. I don't think that that is not possible. I'm just explaining how I would feel about it. I'm not saying that it's right for me to feel this way. I'm just saying how I would feel about it. It would make me uncomfortable. He could just like me. It's like a cis het nigga, a cis straight guy dating a trans woman, and I'm the only trans woman that he hooks up with. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm his exception. That I can see that potentially happening, but if I was a cis woman dating that guy, it probably would make me uncomfortable. That one exception, I would be like, is it just one exception? Why is she the one? And it's not no other one just because she pretty. It's other pretty trans women. She the only one. Like, it would be, it would make me uncomfortable. I would be questioning. Watch it. I'm 27. Yes. Your body is perfect. Thank you. I wish it was. I'm going to, Sonabella tomorrow, actually, for my consultation. See what they can do for me. Um, oh, I can't wait for COVID to end so I can get back in the gym and do fucking body, yaddy, 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 yaddy. I've never had an exception for any woman trances. Are just not in me for some reason. Yeah, I think, some people are more strict about their boundaries. Certain face like I used to go with even more fashions. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, Tracy, do you remember? Do you remember? Let me see if I can make you remember this guy. You used to mess with him in Indianapolis. He was tall. He was probably like 6'4". He had pretty ass fucking hair, like waves and shit. Um, it was early. It was in your early Indianapolis days. God, I'm about to try to show him your picture. And I don't know why I'm acting like you ain't got a million niggas on your roster. As I'm trying to find the picture. Um, I know. You know who I'm talking about. Um, he real cool. He tall with waves. Man, I can't think of his name. It's gonna come out. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you on Instagram. When I find it, I can't think of his name, but you know him. He tall as fuck. He fine as fuck. But anyway, he passed away, and he passed away of cancer a while ago. But we ain't been talking, so I wanted to tell you he had passed away a while ago. It was a while, but he died of cancer. You gonna know him when I show him to you. You're gonna be like, what? You gonna know him when you lived on what street was that? Um, this the apartment where Dana had passed. And you had the birds, but it was prior to Damon getting out. It was prior to all of that. Um, I have to find it because his name is just going out my mind. That's the most untrue thing I've heard you say. What? He passed. I can't remember the name of the street either. It had to be like, was it 42nd or what is 46? I don't know if it was 42nd or 46. Was it 46th Street? I think it was 46. Yeah, I think it was 46. Yeah, it was when you were on 46th Street. But yeah, they were fundraising because it was all real sudden, and they were fundraising for him, and it was a big thing in Indianapolis because he was popular. His wife and kids was posting GoFundMe's and stuff. I was like, ooh. Hey, Kay. Yeah. As soon as I can't think of it now because I can't. It was a because he got one of them weird fucking names. Like it ain't like a you know how people don't put their real name on fucking Facebook, like Carl Washington. It'll be Carl the Don da 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 or some. He got one of them stupid ass fucking names on Facebook, but I think his name was Carl. Okay, so what y'all want to talk about? We got almost 40 more minutes. What's the tea? What's going on in y'all life? Mm-mm-mm. Y'all know I have my interview with T.S. Madison coming tomorrow. Y'all gonna check it out. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. But girl, those names be the most. Keisha living my life like it's golden. Don't give a fuck, Jones. Yes, he got a name like that. We talk about so much stuff. Like me and T.S. Madison, we talk about so much stuff. One of the things I'm gonna spoil this a little bit. Um, she tells me something. First of all, um, yes, it's already recorded, but it's scheduled to be posted up tomorrow at 6. And it'll be up, and then it'll be up at 6, and I'm gonna leave it up for that night, and then I'm gonna put it on my Patreon. But it'll still be up on the podcast, but the video will be up on my Patreon. 6 p.m. tomorrow night, Central Time. But we talk about so much. We talk about the trade. Like this is a different, you know how this is a different kind of trade nowadays. It ain't like it used to be. Oh, it ain't like it used to be. And we talk about that. We talk about Kaya for a little bit, just a little bit. Um, we talk about our beef. Not really a beef, but we talk about tensions between us and why. Um, we talk about. She basically talks about how I'm the reason there. She basically says there wouldn't be a T.S. Madison if it wasn't for me. She'll have to explain that to y'all. So, and how even her slogan was inspired by me. But she'll explain that to y'all. I was like, wow. It was wild because I didn't know. I saw it happening, but I didn't know that I was the birth of it. But I can see how it came. She explained it. Was the tension a rumor? Yes. There was a rumor. People were coming in my inbox and coming in her inbox asking why we had never worked together. Like we've never done anything together in regards to that, but we haven't our relationship isn't online. Like we have each other's number, and so when we want to talk, we call each other because we old school. we kiki on the phone. So you might not see us engaging with each other online. And there has been some weird things that has happened to us. Like if you follow me for a long time, y'all know that I did an interview with TSJ years ago, and that actually sparked TS Madison. So she'll explain it tomorrow because I didn't know it. She told me a part of this is my how I played a part in her story. I didn't even know, and she explains it. So I was like, wow. I know the talk is going to be one worth getting tipsy for. Yes, we kiki. We definitely kiki. Um, it's definitely for the culture. Definitely for the culture. I love it. It's long time coming because we both unapologetically black girls. We both hood black girls. Um, and we talk about that too. We talk about her history in sex work and the impact of that. We talk about her feeling like trash, the community making her feel like trash. We talk about a lot of fun stuff. You know, she's funny and hilarious, so it's gonna be fun. But we talk about some serious shit. She get a little bit emotional, um, but we wear it out. I'm able to go to the prom and graduate high school as my current gender because of you. Oh, thank you. Okay. You're like the Oprah of the trans community, minus the gifts and the cards. I wish I had some gifts and cards to give y'all motherfuckers. I wish I had that Oprah coin. How does the community make her feel like trash? Um, you gotta listen. You gotta listen. She explains it. I don't want to ruin it for y'all, but not now, not currently, but there was some incidents that made that the cute. She kind of gets emotional about it, but the community made her feel like what she called floor trash. Um, the gift is knowledge, yes, yeah, and I come from like it's woke. Like if you think about it, it's woke now to celebrate the hood ratchet girls. Like the hood ratchet girls, the gold teeth, the it's woke. But at a time years ago, the '90s, early 2000s, the hood ratchet girl couldn't get in. Like they wasn't celebrated like they are now. It was like, oh, you too loud, you too ratchet, you not classy. You know, it's woke to celebrate the girl now. And so, but back in the day, it was looked down on. And so it's just so hood girls coming out of that era, hood girls coming out of that era, they looking at this era like now, like, bitch, y'all was having us change and adjust and get our gold teeth taken down and, really talking down on us for being ratchet and hood and blah, 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 blah. But now all of a sudden that we all Black Lives Matter, now it's like, ooh. We woke, and it's cool. So we talk about that too. And so I was telling her, I said, I'm a girl who, yes, I got an education. I'm an educated girl. I know how to, I know how to be professional and blah, 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 blah. But I also, because I'm a hood girl that done lived hood experiences, that done did hood shit and grew up around hood bitches, I had a vantage point to be able to appreciate her before she was popular, before she was who she is now. And so we talk about that. And you know how to twirl, and I know how to twirl. Right, right. That's the hood shit. Yeah. And she talks about T.S. Eve, um, her gay mama who passed away. So I thought that was important to talk about. And the history in Miami, because they had a whole trans culture that was popping. When we talk about like the Braxton girls and, you know, the girls who were in Miami just really pushing culture before it was popular to do so. Yeah. And I think that history is important. I think it's every city, we're coming in a time now with transness where it's popular and visible. But there were girls who were coming up, and Tracy is one. Tracy, if y'all don't know, is my gay mother. Um, Tracy's from St. Louis. When she's one of the ones. If we talk about the history of St. Louis and transness, you can't talk about St. Louis without talking about those girls. And every city has those girls. It don't matter what city you go to. If you go to a major city, there are girls who were transitioning in the 90s, who were transitioning in the 80s, who were transitioning in the 70s, who were transitioning in the 60s. And there's a whole history in the city about them girls breaking down barriers. And it doesn't even have to, we're not even talking about oh, I'm the first trans person to do this. I'm the first trans person. I'm talking about just living life and being a part of the fabric of the culture of the city. You see what I'm saying? Not even doing no fucking, I'm the trans mayor or not shit like that. I'm talking about just being a part of the city. Seeing them at the club, seeing them living their life. Every city has a history of trans women who was breaking barriers before this popular shit got to popping off. When we think about Indianapolis in my era, at the time of my era, we think about me, Stacia, Zori, Starbella, rest in peace, Ty, Daytoria. There's a history in every city. Was Tracy in your vlog a long time ago when you guys went on a boat? I like that video. Yes, we were at Kima. That is her. Yes. My trans mother passed away a couple of years ago. I just hated that we weren't close before her passing. Yeah. Giving sexy Ellie Mae Clampett. Yes, Ellie Mae. uh, um, DC has a rich history. Absolutely. Every city. I have a video of Cheryl Courtney Evans. I did an interview with her, and if y'all remember that video, the beginning of the video, she was talking about being in Boston and being the young trans girl on the host row, turning out the pimps and being niggas bottom bitches, and being the being the trans girl in the Boston. And that was her history, and talking about how she was in community. Like every city has it. Boston, Atlanta, Miami, St. Louis, Chicago, DC. DC, LA, San Francisco, especially San Francisco. Um, even like small town motherfuckers. Like I remember when in 1999, 2000 era, I had I was in fucking Canton, Mississippi. Country ass Canton, Mississippi. And there was a girl. Now it was old school, don't get me wrong. So when I went to Mississippi, the trans girls that lived there, they weren't like the girls from where I was from. So the trans girls, because of how conservative it was, um, it was still like old school. Like back in the day when we would call butch queens by their first name and put Miss in front of it, like Miss Jerry, or Miss Timmy, Miss Michael. That's that type of shit. Like they were still doing that when I moved down there. And so there was a trans girl that I don't know her. I don't even know her affirmed name, but they were calling her Miss Carl. But she was in the straight club pumping through, getting her life in Canton, Mississippi. So even in that small little ass country town, there was somebody that was like, hey. And they're having history. And when you go back there and you talk to people, those people in them country ass towns will tell you, oh yeah, you remind me of Miss Carl. You don't look nothing like that person. But just because, they know your tea and they know somebody that's like that, they be like, oh, you remind me of Miss Carl. Da 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 da. And all that kind of stuff. It's there. We are in every culture, every culture. There's a history that because we weren't mainstream, you might not hear about it. You might not. I was amazed when I had came to that club and she was at that club. Now because of insecurities and shit, she didn't fuck with me. We couldn't become friends because she didn't allow us to become friends because, she from Mississippi. She had a complex about me being high yellow. And she didn't allow us to become friends. So that was a disservice to herself because I wanted to be her friend. But honey, she was not fucking with me. But I was amazed. I felt, I felt like it was amazing because I didn't think I was going to meet trans girls in this area of Mississippi, in Lee County, Mississippi, Walnut Grove, child, Canton, Philadelphia, Kosciuszko, Carthage. I didn't think I was going to meet no trans girls there. But I did. She was tipping around, getting her life, baby. Yes, Miss Carl was the one that shaded me in the club with Bonnie Louise. Yes. Y'all really be watching these videos and remembering, child. Wear it out, I live. But yes, that's why I'll be telling no lies, because y'all hoes remember everything. Y'all hoes remember everything, baby. You can't tell no lies, honey, because y'all gonna be like, that's not what you said. Yes. Yeah. Yes, Miss Carl was the one that was shading me in the club with Bonnie. Hey, Montanique, how are you? Somebody else said hey. Hey, Chris, how are you? But yes, Bonnie and them snakes. uh yes, but we in every culture. And that's what I try to do. I try to, whoever will allow me to tell their story, if they have something I try to, showcase them. But a lot of the girls from our era, from the back in the day, like even before me, they trying to be low key. They're like, there's a comfort in, just being a woman. But I just think that there's some story to tell. Borders, yes. Yes, we're gonna talk about that Friday. Hey, songstress. Love you too. Yes, if y'all don't know, our show on Friday at 7 Eastern, we're going to be talking about the movie on Hulu. It is a Swedish movie, so it does have subtitles, but it is called Border, and it is on Hulu or wherever you can find movies that you can watch, but it is on Hulu, and you search for it as Border, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that because it was an interesting movie for me. So we're going to talk about it. I'm going to watch it tonight. Yes, watch it. It's for me, it was so good. It starts off weird because you don't know what's happening, but it explains as it goes. It's these special kind of people, and they have a ability to sense when you're lying just based on their senses. And so it starts off with this type of person being at she like works at like a TSA place. And so she can tell when somebody's lying or got something in their bag just by smelling and sensing some fear on them or sensing them. So they hired her so she can be able to clock people's tea at the TSA to see if they're sneaking some bombs in or some drugs in or something. But it goes to a whole other different direction. So that's all I'm gonna give you. So in the beginning, you see her at her job, but yes, it's on Hulu, and she has this little power. It's something to sense. She's able to sense fear or sense in the same way like a lie detector can sense it. She can sense it, and that's why she got hired on at this TSA place. And so it goes into that story, and it goes a whole different direction, child. You like, what is happening? I gagged. But yes, it is on Hulu. She got the NIU power. Yes. Yeah, she got something like, oh, you trying to sneak stuff in, honey? They bring her in interrogation rooms when they trying to interrogate people, and she can immediately be like, they lying. They lying. And she can find like there was this case that they were trying to solve where these babies was getting like some pedophile, creepy, underground, dark web, sex trafficking shit was going on, and she was able to solve the case. That's just a small C storyline. Let me put these up. I can't eat after 8. Oh, it's so hard. I eat between 12 and 8, and it's so hard in the evening to not snack. Oh. Because if I'm just sitting, I'll just get it. But yes, we're going to talk about that Friday at 7. But yes, who are some of the older trans girls in y'all city? Ooh, 50 pounds is love. I'm like 240, 250. I want to lose like 50. They said it's like 7 over here. Oh yeah, it's 8. It's 8 o'clock. It's before 8 o'clock sometime, but now it's 8 o'clock my time. It's 9 o'clock my time. But yeah, I want to get to like 190, 200. I don't want to be skinny. My heaviest is my heaviest I was 290. Yeah, I don't think I ain't got that big. I think the heaviest I've been have been 257, like almost 260. Um I want to get to 200 to like 190. West Coast. Who all on the West Coast? Mm, I was 36 before the A13. I watched this movie because of your post. I was absolutely gagged. I have deposited and called my nigga and talked about it. Good. Don't say nothing. Wait till we get in the I paused it. Oh, okay. I had to pause it and call my nigga and talk about it. Yes. I'm glad you watched it. I'm glad you thought it was good or interesting. Because I try not to suggest boring ass videos. But I think y'all like it. I had never heard of it because I don't really like movie. I'm one of them stupid ass Americans that don't like watching movies with subtitles. Speak English! Speak English! You're in America! So I usually don't watch movies with subtitles, which is stupid, but you got to be honest. But somebody suggested this, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna have to watch it. Um, it is called Border, Border, on Hulu, Montanique. It is called Border. We're going to be talking about that Friday at 7, discussing that movie. I can't wait until your discussion about it. I thought about it for days to see if I actually felt offended. Not offended. I wasn't offended. I was gagged. I was just like as it kept getting deeper, I was like, it just kept gagging me as it kept going on. It's like, what is happening on this movie? I absolutely love foreign films. I have never watched The Sweetest Window. Well, now you have. It's gonna be so good. Make sure you come up with some questions to talk about it. Oh, to ask. Oh my God. Mm. What else? I've been watching Undoing. Seeing Nicole Kidman get gagged by her shady ass husband. Every show she in, she got a shady husband. Which is kind of good. I'm enjoying that. What else have I been watching? I watched last night. I had never watched it, but I watched Dangerous Liaison with Glenn Close. It's an old movie. I don't know when it's from, but it's old. It might be 80s or 90s. But Dangerous Liaison, it was so good. It has Michelle Pfeiffer, Glenn Close, Uma Thurman. I don't remember the dude's name, but y'all know his face. He's one of the white dudes that you may not know his name, but um, he has a you know his face. Make sure y'all thumbs up. Um, she is so good in that. Yes, is his name John Malkovich? Is that his name? Yeah, cool. So him. But they are so good in that show. The guy from The Matrix. No, is he from The Matrix? I don't think that's the same guy. You're not talking about the one. He's not the one that says Mr. Anderson. He's not him. And yeah, Keanu Reeves is in it. Yes, yes, yes. Keanu Reeves is. Yeah, I'm talking about the other guy, not Keanu. Keanu Reeves is the younger guy. I'm talking about the older main guy. What is his name? Yeah, the younger guy is Keanu Reeves. Yeah, he's in it. That's like one of his earlier movies where he wasn't a big star then. Him or Uma Thurman. But that guy, whoever plays that main character guy, I don't know. He's one of them actors, them white actors that ain't cute, but they good at acting. And yeah, me too. The bad guy from the Matrix, not the bad guy, the good guy, Neo. What's the name of the Glenn Close movie? It's called Dangerous Liaison. It's really, really good too. It's Glenn Close, Michelle Pfeiffer, some guy I don't know his name. John Malkovich, is that his name? Yeah, I don't know his name. I just know him. He's one of them actors that you don't know their name, but you know their face because you see him in a lot of movies. Oh, I guess John Malkovich. Um, Uma Thurman, Keanu Reeves. Yeah, it's good. It's really. I liked it. I had never watched it, and it's really good. Um, if you like period films with a lot of talking, I don't want to say it's good. I like period films, and I like conversation. The action is in the conversation. Movies. Yes, I watched that the other night. What else have I been watching? I tried to watch what's that vocal show on Netflix with them singing Voice on Fire or Voices of Fire or something. What's something. I tried to watch it, but sometimes shows like that give me anxiety. Audition. It's something about watching audition shows that makes me feel like I'm on the audition too. Like it makes me physically feel like I'm on the audition. Like I gotta cut it off and turn my head when they're auditioning because it physically makes me feel like I don't know if that's like some weird ass empathy where if I physically feel like I'm on the audition too, and it gives me super. I don't know what it is. It gives me like I feel like I'm on the audition. I hate it and I can't get through it. With that show, I can't get through it. The one with Pharrell, yes, the one with Pharrell. Did you watch Jingle Jangle? So I put Jingle Jangle on, and I got on the phone with my friend while it was on, and we stayed on the phone the whole time. Yes, Voices of Fire. We stayed on the phone the whole time, and I could see it playing, but I didn't watch it. Secondhand nerves and anxiety. Yeah, but it physically makes me like I cringe and have to look away. It's just something about that. It used to happen when I would watch American Idol too. If I had to audition with a song, gosh, oh, I don't even know. If I had to audition, oh, I don't even know. I don't know what song I would do. I fell asleep watching it. It's so cozy. Yeah, it's very happy musical time. I like the costuming. Mm. Um, something jazzy or one of my own songs. Probably like Misty by Sarah Vaughan. Um, you can sing the opening from Camp. I never heard Camp. I never know what that was. I never heard of that. Gwen's cleavage is everything. In the movie, yes. She said she was pregnant. She was pregnant. She wasn't pregnant. She had just had a baby. Singing some Anita Baker. Yeah, if I was gonna sing an Anita Baker song, is there something I could give in exchange for all you give to me? Yeah. You read my mind and make me feel just fine when I think my peace of mind is out of reach. Sometimes the scales are unbalanced and you bear the weight of all that has to be. I hope you know that you can lean on me and together we can calm the stormy sea. With love so strong. That. Oh. Yeah, I love so that's what I was saying. If I had to do a Anita Baker song. Yeah. Angel. Angel reminds me of escorting. I can't listen to Angel because my brother is this way too. Because my brother lived with me when I first started escorting. And how I would measure my clients, the timing of my clients is on Anita Baker, the Greatest Hits album. When you get to Angel, I think it's an hour. Let me see where Angel is. Or either Angel starts or when Angel starts again. It's something about Angel on the Greatest Hits album. If you put the album on repeat, it's an hour and it's time for them to get up out. So my little brother would know that they're about to leave based on the song suggestion. Let me see. Yeah, so okay. So yes, it was Angel. It's number 10. It's number 10 on the Greatest Hits album. So when it get to number 10, it's time to get the fuck on. And caught up in the rapture of love. Nothing else can compare. Caught up in the magic of you. That's what would start. So I know the client is coming when that song is on. Because I done press play and they're coming through the door. And you will go through this whole. It's so funny. This is hilarious. And I'm looking at this. Yeah, and Angel is number 10. So it gets to an hour. And it's time for them to get out. Shit, you could audition with Trans 101. Yeah, yeah. This is for your basic ass. Yes, I love that song. Y'all don't know how many times I'm editing and I get stuck on repeating that part. And I'm supposed to be editing. And I just keep getting stuck. The exit song. What's the exit song? Oh, yeah. Time for them clients to go. Yeah, exit. Oh, my, that's funny how we associate things and connect it to something totally different. Yeah, it's totally different. Rapture is that song. Yeah, Rapture is. Somebody had a post asking me what my favorite Anita Baker. What if you had to pick one Anita Baker song? What would your favorite be? And I narrowed it down to 4. Body and Soul. No one in the world's gonna love me. No one in the world's gonna do me like you do, baby. Every time that I'm with someone, loving you, yes, I'm gonna run back to your arms again. And no one in the world gonna love me like you do. No One in the World, and giving you the best. Oh, that's giving you the best that I got, baby. Is that how you do it? Caught up in the magic of you. The feeling's always new. Do 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 da 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 da. We share that. And what's the other one? Fairy Tales. I love fairy tales. I can't even think out the melody go, but fairy tales. I like fairy tales because it's hard to sing because it got so many words that you got to remember, and you got to have some magical ass fucking breath control. So she kills fairy tales. I love mystery. Um, I know I've heard it before, of course, but I can't. It can't come to my mind right now. Another good favorite of Anita Baker is it's not a popular one, but I guess what's the one? What's wrong with you? Why don't you tell me what you're going through, baby? What's wrong with you? That I love that one. I just like the harmony on that one, just that part. I used to measure my clients' time to the anticipation of Mimi album by Mariah Carey. When circles come on, it's time to go. Yeah, that's it. I just realized that the title of this live was Friend FUB in it. I just come into flow on some solo polyamory vibes. This is some new territory for me, so I hope I'm learning something. Amen to that. What about if the world spin my life? If this world were mine? If this world were mine, I would have to hear that song. Are you talking about the Luther Vandross one? If this world were mine, is that what you're talking about? If this world were mine, give them the flowers, the birds and the bees. I don't even know the words. With your love beside me, it will be all I need. Yeah, I don't know it that well. That song, it has to be on for me to know it. If this world were mine, it will be yours. Like I know like my brain knows little pieces. It will be yours. Um, my, um, my validation is no validation when I'm in your arms. Yeah, I don't know it. I don't know it, but yeah, I think I know what that song. I don't like "Sin in My Life." I don't like that song. Is that the Eric Benet and Samia? When I just see you every morning when I open my eyes. Yeah, I don't like that song. If I was gonna sing a Tamia song, it would be I can't sing it. It's too rangy. What is it? If I could sing at that level, I would sing it's her most popular song. You put a move with my heart. I would love to be able to sing that. But for me to sing it, I would have to take it down so far that it wouldn't even be good no more. Yes, 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 yes. Did you ever want a career in singing? I wanted to be a songwriter. I still would love to write a song for somebody. A songwriter. Yes, I would like to write songs for people. I think I have a skill in that. Sweet love. I feel the shame. Sweet love, don't you ever go away. You will always be stronger love in this world. I better know you're my man. I'm your girl. I better know. Wait and see, can't be wrong. Don't you know this is where you belong? Oh, sweet and lovely, baby, all the words. Stay right here. Never, never fear. I will be all that you need. Stay with me, baby, I believe in this love. Sweet love, don't you ever go away. You know we'll always be this way. No, 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 no. Oh, that's a lot of wordy ass song too. A songwriter equals coins, yes. Um, I wish there was an album release called Masters with legends like Patty, Shaka, Deion, Stevie, Lionel. Da, 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 da. I wish that I wish that black artists would do what like old school country artists did. Like y'all remember when Dolly Parton, Linda Ronstadt, and Emmylou Harris all made a group. They were all stars on their own, and they all did a whole album together. I wish our celebrities would do shit like that, where they all come up with whatever way they all do an album together, like a group, and then go on about their business. I love when shit like that happens. That's sickening. I like shit like that. Just to see how they blend and see how they, harmonize and come together. Like think about even like the other day, like on the Soul Train thing, hearing Shanice and Shantae Moore and maybe who would be a sickening alto from the 90s. Even like a Shanice, a Mary J. Blige and Shantae Moore, that would be sickening. I like Beyonce. You going too far. Beyonce see you at Dionne Warwick and Sade in the group. Child, that's too much going on. Think about them all being on stage at one time. That's not matching energies. That would be that's too separate. I want them to come together in some kind of way. Dionne, Sade, Sierra, and Beyonce. Beyonce and Sierra is gonna be the only bitches on there dancing. Dionne Warwick almost out the party, so she'll fuck her hips up. But she wasn't even no dancer when she was at her peak. She gonna stand there and look pretty with them denture teeth. And Sade, she gonna sit there with her snatchbacks, barefoot, casting spells. That's too much going on. I need it to be some kind of cohesion. I don't want them to sound the same, but I want it to match. Like be not a match, but a complementary sound. I'll keep this one up. I'll keep it up. If Escape, oh man, yeah, it's getting to. Do y'all want me to start a new one? because it's getting to 2, and I hate to be on 2. Because I think y'all, are you going to do a little escape? We can talk about the music stuff. Okay, I'll start a new one. And y'all can just come back if y'all feel like it. If not, thank you for watching. Make sure you thumbs up. And yeah, we'll be right back.